me share it to Discord.
Oh! I'll wait till you load in.
Oh, is it what I think it is? Is it what I think it is?
I'll let you find out.
I think I might be wrong, but I think Merc wins the championship if he outscores Goose by about 12 points. It might be 13. It's something around there in a way, as you can see in the episode title. As always, feel free to comment in the chat if the sound isn't quite right or anything like that. Then feel free to let me know, because I end up playing around with the sound settings a bit in the game for when I'm doing the league races. So.
Yeah. I'll get the chart open as well.
It is raining.
A minute and 10 into the session, and we're still waiting for drivers to come out.
Yeah, I was a bit loading in actually again, but it's raining. Hopefully, we'll see some rain in the race. It does seem like this track, the rain. Oh, it's not that loud. I can leave it on there. But yeah. Stand up. The great Nicky Yaya said evening to me and you. Can you hear Josh?
I was just thinking that, so I turned up my volume on the stream. I think.
Did it? Are you connected to the broadcast?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
There we go.
You should be alright. Yeah. Just check.
Come on, we're 2 minutes in.
Yeah,
not everyone comes.
Unless it's drying up. Unless it dries up, do you think?
Maybe.
Possibly. I don't know. Favourite for pole is. All I'm gonna say is if he doesn't get pole, it's a surprise. Would be this Aiden Khan guy.
Oh.
Seems very quick.
Oh, I forgot about him. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, anti-viruses look quick. I think on time trial and stuff, but.
Oh God, sorry, give me a minute.
No worries. Jones can on an outlap, but he does have a quali ban, so we would suspect it will just be you know, an outlap and back in the pits. What this will do is, I don't know the conditions for the race. If anyone is tier 2 in the race and watching, let us know in the chat box or DM me. Ideally on Xbox. It will give everyone fresh tyre choice, which could open up the strategy a little bit in terms of the starting tyres and so on. It will help out the top 10 really.
Well, that's not my.
Is your voice not working?
It's working. It's just doing that shitty crackling thing again.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's terrible, but I know people have said about it before, but
I'll keep an eye on it.
Type thing.
I don't know if you mentioned to you last night. I did actually message Nicky Yaya because I saw him in your party.
He mentioned it. Yeah, he mentioned it.
Yeah, I thought you know.
The great Nicky Yaya here with us today. Cheering on Gary, I should think. And that's Jones Gang gonna love us and leave us there. Apparently I'm echoing, which I do. How bad is it?
I don't know.
I'll listen.
I mean, I thought turning my mic volume down would fix my audio thing, but apparently not.
Let me know if it keeps doing it. I don't know whether it's been like that a bit in the parties, but
I don't fucking know. Anyway, we need to get some. I'll continue to try and fix it. I'll keep on looking for stuff that I can do.
Antivirus.
It might have been stream, but I don't know.
Possibly. 15 viewers. Welcome to the ride. That is round 17.
Can you break the record of 31? I think we got last week.
It's 34, I think, unless I'm wrong.
Never mind then.
Yeah. I don't know if we'll get it that high this week, but no lobster commentating this week, so enjoy it whilst you can.
Sometimes. But we're 5 minutes in and we haven't actually. We got a lap time 1:20.286. I have no idea how good that is, if I'm being totally honest. Not very good because the legend himself has just gone quicker by 7/10.
Yeah. Depends if it's going to dry up or not as well. We don't really know. I mean, hopefully it'll just be quite constant you know, or we'll get a last lap sort of dash, which is always quite nice. We don't really see that very often, really, but Gary might be one to look out for. He was quite good in the wet in USA short. I think again, if anyone's done any wet running before, this will help them quite a lot, I think.
We also don't know. Sorry, we don't know fuel loads as well, so.
Yeah, I mean, I like to do consecutive laps, but I think most of them don't do that. The other thing is, if the race is wet, then, you know, which I don't know if it is or not, we might be seeing wet setups possibly as well. Yeah, I mean, Aiden Khan's a bit off the pace at the moment, but you know, I think we'll see him take steps forward. Merck
We'll see.
Looking good out front, but I mean, we'll see the track will probably improve throughout the session.
Oh, Merck, not Merck, sorry,
Antivirus.
Mm-hmm.
Just behind his friendly rival.
Oh, hello. Whoa, that's a stunner of a lap time.
C-dubs. He looked quite good in. He looked good in Tier 3 yesterday, so I'm not too surprised. You might be, but yeah, he looked quite good Tier 3 yesterday. If he hadn't pitted onto the wrong tyre, probably would have been top 3 at the end of the race yesterday.
There you go. Sorry.
We're just going to have to see how it shapes up a little bit, I think.
I believe the rain has stopped.
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, you are right. Maybe that's why they waited. So, we could have a Nico Hulkenberg in Brazil. I want to say 2010, I might be wrong, situation where he put it on pole as the track was getting drier and drier. And this will really test the drivers. I personally quite like this. We could probably see a one-lap dash on those soft tyres at the end. So it's effectively, quite possibly going to be a one-shot qualifying.
Dwarf is just someone's watching the stream in the background. Yeah, that was me. So if that's why Kills.
Well, I had it on in the background as well, so I don't know whether.
I am sorry if it was me. I was
checking.
I had to listen to myself, which is not something I like doing.
Well, I was doing it to see whether you were hearable, and then I have the chat box open.
Yeah.
As well,
so Merck has gone back out on the intermediates, which
Khan goes quickest as well.
Actually quicker.
I mean, the one thing I would say is, from doing the practice on Thursday and the race yesterday, is I think this track, it does take a bit of time for it to either to get wet enough for the inters or to dry up. So the changeover, it might not be as quick as other tracks, is what I suspect, and it is cloudy as well. So whether we're going to see the water evaporate away is we're going to have to see. Oh, an antivirus spinning here. He's on the green Rolex. I don't know if there was
Goose
contact
or
he just went off
Goose
there.
might be throwing fists. So you got a invalid lap time going over the chicane, the last chicane, which it's a pain because if you get an invalid lap time there, it also cancels out your next lap, so you have to go all around again. And,
I think it is a tricky corner. I mean, it's a bit of a weird corner. You can kind of get away with cutting the first apex, can't you, to open up the second? But the second apex is a lot more sensitive, really. It's a tricky one to judge. I mean, I guess it's a good corner because it's tricky to judge, but you are very much on the limit there, and it's, I don't particularly like it, but that's probably just me moaning. So. Yeah, we have got quite a few new names. I mean,
I was about to say,
reserving for McLaren. C-Dubs, I think, is reserving for Alfa Romeo Sauber, as Allied Squire nearly loses it. Silencer up there as well, Squire. We've not seen them do too many races. So, the new guard of DTF1 races, which sounds cheesy to say, are rising to the top. ET Gamer, the surprise winner of last race, is, well, P10 is Mr. Gary, goes P9.
And his teammate P8, who I think is reserving, unless I'm wrong. Could be wrong with that one, but I swear
The mystery man.
Yeah, Mr.
Well, it's an
Lurkin, Mr.
interesting,
James May.
you know, I might reveal more on this as the session develops, some insider knowledge on this, but Trooper missed in the race, and maybe he could have played a factor in today's championship.
Yeah.
But it's only Goose really that Merck has to outscore. Merck's lead in the championship is 66 points. I think if he gets 13 points, he should win the championship today, Merck. Because you'll get 26 maximum race win and fastest lap, and there's only 3 races left. So if he gets 78 plus, he should be good to win the championship today. He is P4 at the moment.
Yeah, he's just jumped up there, just in front of the
Squire.
Racing Point driver.
Or Allied Squirrel, as Harry called him.
Yeah.
In one of the practices. Yes,
Well,
contest is cursed. True.
No, well, I do apologise if I do
Bias.
show a bit of bias today, but I will try my best not to. But
Goose Slayer P6.
yeah, good luck on 3-lap old intermediates. That track looks really dry now.
Yeah, I was just wondering that, but there is still a bit of spray. I
Yeah.
think off the front tyres, just watching Goose Slayers. A little bit, not loads maybe, but... It's just going to take a little bit of time, I think, for the track to... You know, you almost need the cars, all the cars out there to rubber in the track and warm it up. Really. But I imagine they're all probably going to wait until right at the end. This is the order as it stands, but just be prepared in the closing minutes for the times to tumble. But yeah, I do have information to share on Ferrari, which the Ferrari management might not be too pleased about, but it could be the reason why I'm not reserving Tier 1 for them this week. So.
Oh god. Are you actually racing Tier 1 then?
Renault today.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's different.
Proud to be racing for Renault.
Elusive in the chat saying Alpha P1 and P2.
Are they?
We've commentated
for the race.
We've done the commentator curse. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Either or.
Well, Wookiee's going to have some places to gain, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And I think that, how we say his name, the McLaren.
Khan.
We'll call him. Yeah.
What's one of those? That's sort of one of the Star Trek films. It's The Rise of Khan or something like that. I'll look that up for a reference.
But
the Wrath
what
of
we
Khan.
are going to see is
Get ready for it.
Drivers leaving it as late as possible to leave the pits. I think.
Yeah.
That's
it should provide us with some good action, I think, as well. Really.
Unexpected pole sitter, maybe. You know, you can't...
Possibly.
If you're going to leave it as late as possible, you can't invalid, otherwise you're going to be really far down the order.
Yeah, 100% correct. Volt has gone P2 on Inter, so...
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's good to be out there if possible, just, you know, so you can judge for track conditions, and you don't want to bin the car, but, you know, unlike single play, you don't have to worry about, you know, it takes 2 minutes to repair the wing. You know, that's not a problem in multiplayer, so gives them a chance. I mean, I've put on the left side of the screen, I've put the fitted tyre on, and you can see a few of them now. They are ready in the softs. It's just going to be how many laps they give themselves. Really.
Oh, it looks a bit wet off track.
Offline.
Yeah, it's... But also, unlike single player, we haven't got flashbacks, so, you know, if you mess up, then you can't...
Absolutely. Or you know,
and,
we're easily going to see that if someone invalidates, and obviously the times should tumble on the slicks, it is going to catch someone out, possibly quite badly. So it's an intriguing end to this. One of the Ferraris are out.
Wookiee is jumped to P6, which I don't think we saw. But
Mr. Gandalf's out, my former friend at Ferrari.
Oh, there he goes, yeah, he's just come out now. I think he's the first one out. He is. The first one out on the soft. Yeah. Goose followed shortly behind.
They might give themselves 2 laps. I think, yeah, I think it's a tricky one to judge, really. You know, if you go out early, it'll give you a better grasp of the track, and if you invalidate one of the runs. But as you said, if you invalidate the final chicane, you invalidate both laps, so it could be costly there. But you are giving yourself 2 chances, pretty much. I mean, you could even do an out lap now and then pit again just to get a feel of the track almost. But is Matty out on the Inters still?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think he's just jumped up to P10 actually.
But yeah, I mean, he might pit at the end of the lap, but he'll have to be quick around if to do a run. I think Gary should leave the soft runners.
We've got a request from Lord Nicky saying, "Go on board, see if it's slippy." I was just on board with Goose a couple of minutes ago. He came out. He was sliding a little bit. Doesn't look that bad.
Gary's going to be the lead car, and I think there's 2 minutes left. We should see a stampede out the pits. One thing that might hurt Goose is if they all come out now, but they're not. They've got to hurry up a bit though, you know, because if they all come out, it's going to be traffic, isn't there, to handle. And Matty's back in, so he'll go for a suffer. We're on board with Gary at the moment. It's all he's wide here though. He's wide. He's completely missed the apex, and those grip spells aren't quite working for Mr. Gandalf today. Got a little bit of traffic ahead as we head towards the final stages.
Oh, he's invalidated.
Yeah, he'll get another run though, as long as he's fueled up.
It's a good job
another run. They've left it too late, haven't they, in the pits? Unless they've got more time available.
More Mercs definitely left it too late. Oh, has he? Oh, he's just come out of the pits now. He's going to have to fly around.
Well, we had something yesterday where the timer was glitched. It was wrong in terms of the spectating.
Don't tell me that.
So possibly, because I don't know why they would have all stayed in the pits. So Gary did a 1:12, so he is 6 seconds quicker than the Inters. So if those guys aren't out on laps, they're going to be in trouble if they've kept to the pits.
I will be annoyed if the driver's coming out. I think the time's glitched again.
Time glitch is possible, yeah.
Which would explain why no drivers went out in the first 2 minutes.
Surely it would be, because I don't know why they wouldn't have gone out.
Yeah. Well, don't get excited then. Stay in your seats until we see a flag.
Yeah. Well, I think yesterday it was like 4 minutes delayed or something. It's another.
Oh, brilliant!
You know,
yeah.
Great Codemasters glitch for us to enjoy.
I had Squire on the mediums. Interesting. Oh, I've also got a tyre glitch.
What do you mean? Williams slow sector.
Oh, there we go.
Silencer goes quickest. Time remaining in the session 2.5 minutes, but we're not sure how accurate that is. But it's fresh. The heat is on in Canada, despite the cloudy skies. Gary twitching there to correct across the line. What can the great wizard from Middle Earth do? P2, Wookie P1.
Okay. Is he going to have another shot at it?
Khan's on a lap as well. He's not managed to invalidate the favourites for today's race. He's taken the long way round and it was a slower lap. So he's going for a final run. We would expect a Williams approaching the line. I think that's Bad Bunny Flow. Must have been an invalidation.
All I'll say is Wookie's got the fastest lap after saying he's got a lot of work to do. Obviously there's still drivers to come across the line, but
I think the 109s is probably
I was thinking 108 might be a potential.
I think with the grip being low, I don't think
we'll
get there.
We'll see.
But Larrikin across the Larrikin P3 and trouble at Ferrari. They're P2 and P3 at the moment. Silencer though up to P2. He's got the checkered flag, so he's gone. Merc up to P1. Fantastic lap. 7/10 faster. Coyote up to P6 as well. The times are a great lap on the mediums. Yeah, by Allied Squire. P2. We weren't expecting that. We're on board of Khan at the moment. A Ferrari crossing the line. Gary does not improve. He's P5. Khan, quick.
Oh, it's tidy.
He looked good into the chicane, very quick.
Is this a 108?
I think he's got it.
No, it's not. But he's got pole by 0.3 of a second. Can anyone beat that? It's not looking likely at the moment. Maybe Volt can do something.
I think Bunny's jumped up to P4. Great lap by him. Yeah, Volt's
Here comes
probably...
Volt across the
Oh,
line.
and antivirus on
Where's this
pole!
gonna put him on? Oh, wait, what? Okay, I'm confused.
And Volt.
Oh.
So you did get your 108, Josh, but it's antivirus on pole, which isn't too big a surprise. We probably were expecting...
E.T., where are you? Oh.
Struggling today. But yeah, I think we were expecting Aiden to be up there, but antivirus as well. We knew he was quick from time trial, and Apex as well. Volt second. We know he was quick from last night. Khan P3, Merc P4, but he doesn't. Merc already. Merc only really needs to finish. Exactly. So for the championship, Merc in a very good position. The Ferraris, so they looked promising at one point, didn't they? P2, P3, but maybe the Ferrari strategy not quite, working out, going out too early, running out of grip on those tyres, and only managing P9 and P10. So perhaps a disappointing session for the Scuderia, and more on the Trooper controversy to come throughout the day.
I mean, what flag is that?
Which one?
Allied Squirrel.
I can't believe
Not
you
Wales,
said that.
is it?
Oh, yes, it is.
Is it?
Yeah. How did you not know that?
Really? I need to search this up.
Yeah,
I didn't
it's
think
like
the
a red
back
dragon.
was green and... I knew the red dragon was there. But I didn't know it was green and white background.
No, yeah. It probably looks a bit weird on an F1.
Oh my god, it is.
Sort of level.
What the hell?
Breaking
I've never
news.
noticed
Josh
that in my
realises
life.
the Welsh flag. What it looks like.
Oh.
That's our, facts for qualifying for you. C-Dubs, actually, I just noticed he was P12. He didn't go out on the softs. So whether that was a ploy to get fresh tyres for the race start, or whether he just invalidated, I'm not sure, but perhaps a bit disappointing.
Oh no! Oh, you shit game! Sorry, it's kicked me off.
It kicked you out.
Oh, what you doing?
Hopefully I can invite you in. Hopefully it's not like blocked you from... It didn't like that you didn't know the Welsh flag, clearly.
Oh.
Clearly.
Okay, yeah. Thanks. What was telling me to turn my Xbox? What the fucking hell is going on here?
That's a bit weird. Some kind of weird update.
I think... I've received 15,000 Bitcoins. Thanks.
Whoa, 50,000.
What's going on here?
Bargain.
Nicky Yaya, game must be Welsh. Well.
Probably. Good chance.
Okay, we're back in. Fine, we're sorted. And it looks overcast from what I'm seeing.
Yeah. I'd love to
So
see
maybe
some
we can
rain.
get a bit of rain.
I've not heard anything. Yet.
To answer your question, Alex, yes, Merck can win the championship if he beats Goose by 13 points. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I think even if he just scores 13 points, he's probably got it. Well, yeah. Well, no, he'd have to score Goose by 13, but yeah. Something like that. I mean, I think unless Merck... I don't want to jinx him, but unless Merck fucks it up royally, he should really win the championship. Purely because the field is so mixed up. It's hard to say who's going to win, as it always is with Tier 3. So whether anyone can even consistently attack him at the end of the season, I don't know, really. Like, I don't see anyone winning 4 races in a row and getting fastest laps to do it, really. But we'll see what tyres they will start on.
So, yeah.
Squires in progress is going to be interesting. He took a bold move in those mediums, but fair play to him. He got P5. And Coyote, Goose, Matty, and Hal on the mediums. I went for the mediums yesterday, and it was sort of because I was anticipating rain at the end of the race, but I was sort of in no man's land. And disqualification for the race favourite. Perhaps he's decided
back to the start.
Yeah, he's decided to make it challenging for us, has he?
We haven't hit anyone else because they would have been
Yeah. There's nothing on instance either. Maybe he just decided he CBA to do the formation lap.
I hope it hasn't done what it did with Volt last week.
What did
I
it
think it
do
was
with
last
Volt?
week. It
Or
kicked him off. It disqualified him from the race as well.
what on the formation lap?
I think so. Yeah. I might be wrong.
Well, I think
we'll
I
see.
yeah. Well,
Just
I had
quickly,
the glitch last. I had
sorry.
the glitch yesterday where that Monaco start where was it Fury Knight had the dodgy start because his AI like jumped the start and then Russell's car jumped the start because he was disconnected and hit me and I was just like, whoa, what the fuck?
Right.
Whoa, what am I meant to do here?
Yeah.
You know, so
Typical Codemasters, really.
new glitches every week. Don't miss it. Yeah, it should be a good start. I think it's quite an interesting top 10. I think a mix of experience.
The Alpha 1-2, like 7 and 12. You know, you never know. Alex, I'm going for 2-1 City, but you know, I don't care who wins. But anyway,
I'll watch the game in the background whilst doing tier 1 probably.
Oh, okay.
That's my plan.
You might have to inform us, but I'm sure the Americans won't be satisfied.
So the big one to watch is it should be between the top 2 and then Khan. What can he salvage with cold tyres? Lights out in Canada. And was someone glitched or was that just glitching behind? Let's see. And wait for it. Wait for it. And the lights are out and away we go. Antivirus looking good off a start. Can Merck challenge the McLaren? I think he can. Alan Squire not a bad start, but they're getting feisty behind. They're all over the place. And he's offline and on the mediums. Squire getting past Khan. And Khan in trouble. Off the start. The Ferrari's fighting behind as well. Gooseslayer up to P10 on the medium, so they're fresh tyres. They've got them fired up. Matty's had a problem. He's down at the back of the field as well. Have you noticed anything, Josh?
Don't think so. I think you've covered everything.
It looked quite clean generally. I think it was a bit feisty, I think, into turn 1, but they've kept it on track.
Happened to Matty. He doesn't have damage though, so.
Yeah.
Or what from what you can see.
Gooseslayer on Gary. Yeah. Past a mistake for the Ferrari.
Here goes Larrikin on the back of the Alfa Romeo temporarily there. Bad start for Khan, but that's because of the cold tyres it would have had sat on the
silencer at a
start
bad
line.
start.
Look at that though for an exit. That was absolutely brilliant, and he's got straight past Allied Squire straight away, back up to P4.
Yeah, that from qualifying looked like a big strength of Khan's, that final chicane. He's got some work to do, but he definitely has the pace to make some moves through the field. Larrikin had a good start. Gary, perhaps directing traffic like Sebastian Vettel in a Ferrari, focusing too much on the team strategy. He's down P10 at the moment. An early penalty. That will be a big sort of point to today's race, actually, is the penalties. Yeah. You do see quite a few here as they go too wide into this corner. ET running wide. C-Dubs getting past.
Khan's going for it. I see. He's locked up into the hairpin. Oh, wow, I thought he was going to go sent spinning there, tumbling around.
Khan was going for it on the Tier 2 champion. He doesn't care that Merck's lead in the championship. He'll go for it anyway into the hairpin. Was it a fair move or was it a bit?
Yeah, it was fair. He left the room. Don't think they made contact.
I think that is probably one of the best corners of the track, actually, the hairpin, because I think you can get quite a nice lunge in there. As Antivirus gapping Volt by a second pivotal. Volt also about a second ahead of Merck, who is under challenge from the Wrath of Khan behind.
Which corner are we labelling the Antivirus corner this week? That'll be interesting to know. But,
see the interval. Wookie right in the back of Bunny. Gooseslayer hassling another Ferrari. Can he slay another Ferrari? He's got the racing line. Larrikin going to look to defend with a typical Larrikin lunge into the faster chicane. Gooseslayer will come back at yellow flags. Yellow flags. What's happened here?
No, I
don't know whether it was out of contact, really. It's getting Spicy.
Gusto is passed. Wow. Oh well. Up into 8th already. Brilliant first 3 laps for him. He really needs to.
He's doing well on the mediums. He does have a penalty, but
5 places.
You know how
already.
having a look at silencer back here. Is Khan going to get past the Red Bull of Merck? He will. I think Merck doesn't need to fight him too hard either, really, at the end of the day.
He's got to
think of a championship.
He's got to run his own race.
Yeah. You know, let Khan attack those in front. Really. C-Dub's past Gary. Gary in a world of trouble in P11. Perhaps making the mistake of dropping Trooper for this race. Ferrari only hanging on to the points at the moment. Around the streets of Canada, a typically strong track for the Ferrari team.
Yeah. As things are starting to open up a little bit.
Nicky Yaya says, Gary really struggling. Damage, question mark. I'm not sure, Nicky. I think Ferrari just don't know how to set up a car at the moment. That is perhaps why they're struggling.
Shots fired.
As Wookie and Bad Bunny battle. It's all good fun. Battle turn 8 and 9. Bunny staying ahead. Looked like quite good racing there, actually. It's easy to see a spin there. Khan challenging. Oh, and Wookie! Well, what did Elusive say to you, Josh? Alfa Romeo 1-2 or Wookie?
Oh, see you later! And yeah, he's been
slamming it.
I don't know, did he just lose it on the traction or?
Yeah, I think he just lost it on traction and just slamming into that wall. C-Dub's past Larrikin and Khan having a look at Volt after a fastest lap. He's going to send it down the inside.
I'm not
Didn't really give Volt much room to turn there. But the McLaren ahead for now. And is that Wookie in a crash? Wow, he's taken the long way around the corner. Do you want to say anything about that 1-2 for Alfa now again?
We'll contain ourselves. I'm getting a phone call. I'm going to ignore it. They can wait.
I'm commentating
too much going on.
Too. Oh, and Allied Squire in the wall as well. It is kicking off here. He will have wing damage. You would have seen the end plate come off, and it looked promising for the Squire. But the Knights might not be too impressed by that. The Goose Slayer looking to slay the Squire behind as well. Yeah, they're in a good position with Goose. He's got good pace on these mediums. Definitely.
Here comes Goose once again.
Squire does have DRS,
is he going to slay the squirrel?
He should get this done, and I think he's let him have that. Yeah. He's got a lot of damage on that wing. He's got to pit.
And he does indeed.
Hurts his strategy really as well on those tyres, really. ET last week's race winner challenging the back of Mr. Gandalf, who is gonna... He's blinking. Ferrari blinking here.
Oh!
And down the inside. So Ferrari may be having a problem with ERS management as well. Go on, Josh.
Just about to say, ET up 6 places from the start. Is he going to pull off another Bahrain short? I'd love to see it, to be fair.
Absolutely.
That's brilliant. But I think the sun is starting to come out actually on the
Here comes the sun.
on the track, and well, hopefully it turns like the UK, like it has been today. Because I don't know about you, but it's been absolute scorching.
Yeah.
Great
weather. Keep an eye on antivirus. I'm watching the battle for P5 behind.
Oh yeah.
C-Dub's gonna go for it here. Not quite.
I think antivirus might be in trouble. Can we call the Wall of Champions the antivirus corner? It'd be lovely to see.
If he hits.
He's gaining all the time. I think he actually lifted just before the end of the straight.
Oh, and the McLaren. I don't know if he got damaged, the McLaren, but I think he did knock the wall. And antivirus. He's going to send it again.
Inside. Oh, contact and he spins.
Big contact there. It's hard to say, but I think the move on Virus was a bit aggressive earlier as well. I don't quite know about that one. We'll have to see it from, I think, Anti's perspective after the race. But
any damage? I don't think so.
I can't see any, but I would expect there would be something. It was quite a hard bang.
Gary's pit. This is interesting.
Yeah. Well,
and he's come out just behind Squire.
Yeah, not very good strategy from Ferrari. He's on the mediums as well, so Squire should get away a bit, to be fair. But Nicky Yaya did say in the chat He has been telling Gary to save his ears. I think you
Oh,
should
and
be the chief strategist for the Ferrari team.
The Alfa Romeo of C Dubs has just made a very
Fast.
nice move into the hairpin.
Yeah.
Although who's got the DRS? It's the Alfa Romeo.
Good race so far, actually. I think we've seen quite a lot of overtakes and battles.
Leader pace.
To be fair.
So does Volt, and Khan carries on. Interesting.
Pits. Does he have damage? I can't see. He had to serve a 5-second, I think, for when he went over the cut.
Yeah, he might get that removed. He should do, I think.
I think, as I say, I'd have to see another. I'd have to see both perspectives again, but Khan might have been a bit too far back, I think, to make the move.
There's a lunge, but well, we're not going to have any say whatsoever. But we'll let the stewards do that. That's their job. But ET up to 4 for now.
Yeah, I would
suspect he. Very long.
Yeah, I mean, I would expect he would be pitting. Goose Slayer's probably in the best position, running behind the leader Khan. At the moment, Ferrari P12 and P14. So it's not going well for them. Missing arguably #1 Tier 2 driver, King Trooper, for today's race.
Ooh. Oh, and we've got a
Scrapping behind.
Hal with wing damage. He's going to let his teammate through. Is Gary going to go through? Not quite.
Yeah, he should defend it here. He should defend it here. Don't let that Ferrari pass.
Oh,
Maybe took my words to heart. Scryer on Bunny. We could see too wide into the wall of champion chicane. Bunny going to be smart and back out.
When ET's got has he got a penalty? I don't know what happened there.
Was he held?
It looked like it, but then he just got released without changing tyres, so don't know. But can't carry on. Yeah. Is he going to try the one stop?
Who's that? Jones gang?
Can't.
He'd have to go hards, and I don't know. I mean, Jones gang's on the hards now, but I don't think they're a particularly great race tyre because of the delta compared to the mediums. But it is possible. Khan's got the pace to do it if anyone has.
Yeah. There's not much going on unless I'm completely blind.
On pitting.
Yeah.
Goose, of course,
keep an eye on what tyres it goes on to.
I think it is mediums. Has he gone
out? It is
out?
Mediums.
I dare say he's being on the softs a little too long, but he might fancy a soft stint at the end of the race.
Here goes Bunny.
And that looked close. That looked close. Someone's debris next to the wall of champions where they've kissed the wall. Question is where Khan should be clear of these guys, so not a bad stop in terms of that perspective. His old friend Antivirus. Not too far in front. Will he try another lunge into turn 1, I wonder?
Well, I was about to say that Khan's done very well on those softs to actually have really good pace and not come out that far behind.
Possibly, but Antivirus did get 5
penalty.
seconds to serve as well. So that could be removed. I mean, I don't think Virus gained any time from cutting like he did, so I would expect that would be removed.
Are we going to see a move on the Williams up front, who's currently running on the mediums? And we are changing leaders. It's the dreaded
well, C-Dubs is staying out, which I think is interesting, because he's on the softs. So maybe he'll go hards, or maybe risk the mediums. I'm not sure. Volt ahead of Merc as well. I think any of the top 6 probably have a chance of winning this race at the moment. They're all very quick drivers, so. And we were thinking Khan would run away with it, but it's not developed that way. With some perhaps risky moves to overtake. He's not got any penalties though, which will hurt the other drivers. Volt's not got any penalties, so watch out for him. I think he did a good job yesterday as well of avoiding penalties. Goose doesn't have damage or anything, does he? Because he just seems to be dropping off. Dubs is
I'm gonna
spraying
check.
the gap to him,
Yeah,
really.
Dub's doing very well.
On the
I
soft.
don't
So
think so, which is...
I don't know if he
weird.
can, but I kind of hope Dubs, if he can stay out, I think he'll pit in here anyway, yeah. I think he had to pit, though, because I'm sure those tyres... I guess they started on fresh tyres, so the softs probably weren't... Actually, no, he started on fresh softs, because I think he was P12 off the start, so his softs were fresh, so he was able to do that. But he's got mediums, but maybe he'll try to get those till the end. Maybe he can, I'm not sure, though. So Antivirus challenging Merc behind. C-Dubs
has come out just ahead of that little pat.
That's worked out nicely for him.
Good for him. Yeah, we are going to have to be a bit patient here.
That's so interesting. Should I get my insider news on Ferrari?
Oh, yes.
Who wants to hear it?
No, I do.
So it's a big question of what's happened to Trooper behind the scenes. We've not seen him around very much, and we can only speculate, but my sources within Ferrari and my time at Ferrari tell me Ferrari may have suspended Trooper for upstaging the team principal, Mr. Gandalf. Of course,
God.
Despite Trooper's impressive comeback drive last race in Bahrain, we were both, I think, very impressed by that. I think it was a great drive by Trooper, but I think what happened in Monaco...
It's that corner!
It's
antivirus.
The antivirus.
And it was the chicane.
Well,
that's the antivirus corner.
Should be paying more attention instead of indulging.
Sorry, anyway, carry on with your Ferrari story.
No, that's perfectly justified. How did he lose it? Was it just
I think he made contact with
No.
Who do you think? The guy in third.
Oh, Khan. What, was Khan ahead of him, or?
I think Khan was ahead going into the corner.
Oh no!
Oh!
And I was thinking, was Merc caught up in it? And he must have been, because Josh, I don't know how he was involved, but the championship leader has end plate damage as Dubs and Antivirus.
I need to see that. I'm not bloody getting it. I've got the stupid camera from behind. I can't see anything. Oh, there we go.
Does Khan have
damage? He's got that right end plate. I'm missing.
We'll find out.
Wow.
Khan does not have wing damage. He might have got away with it. Antivirus looks okay, but Merc will be seeing his championship flash before his eyes at the moment. A gaggle of cars behind. Will he pit or stay out? I'm not really sure what the best thing to do here is.
There we go.
Pit here. Probably worth it.
Well. A twist in the tail, and when is Merc going to catch a break? I'm pretty sure I had an incident in Bahrain as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's still been an up and down season for him, really, I think. He's been in some of these incidents, really.
But, well.
We'll see. Hopefully someone clips that. And we can see after the race. But he's down in P... be down P14. I mean, he'll go mediums. He could get the mediums till the end, which I think is probably what he's going to have to aim for. But the pit lane loss isn't massive here. He's also going to have to fight Dubs, Wookie. He's going to have to fight Wookie here, which he's going to have to get past quite quickly, I think.
Yeah.
But we'll see what Merc can do.
I'm going to have to hold my party celebrations for even longer.
Fortunately so.
Goose is in P8. Well, I won't go mental, but
depends what Goose can do. I mean, Merc's got to earn that championship here today.
Oh, and here comes Goose.
You're gonna go for it
on your.
Merc's gonna. Oh no, he's not. He could have gone for that. I think he could have gone for that maybe.
Oh, here's Bunny as well on squat. Oh, very close.
Still and there is.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Oh, and no, and oh. Nibbles at each other, little nibbles. And Merc passed Wookie as well. Had to get that one done.
Yeah.
Clean track in front.
What track's next?
Singapore. Which isn't an easy one. It's a long race. So.
This.
I think Williams pulling the switch. Goose Slayer past Bad Bunny. That's probably the right call. Goose, little like he's had faster pace throughout the race and on fresher tyres. Yeah, the whole Ferrari story, from what I've sort of, my sources tell me, is Mr. Gandalf maybe not too impressed by being upstaged by Trooper having double his amounts of Tier 2 points as we go too wide into the Wall of Champions. Our Allied Squad is going to eat the Wall of Champions and into the Ferrari.
Oh.
Did I just curse Mr. Gandalf?
Oh, God. Oh,
the wrong way around.
What have we got?
Squire needs to reverse. Pull the reverse. Safety car.
Yellow flag, and I'm not being... Is it a safety car?
It had to be a safety car, yeah. It had to be a safety car.
I'm not getting the thing. I've just got a yellow flag.
It's definitely a safety car though.
Okay, yeah, I can see the car.
So that might help Merc get back into this, but they will have the option to pit, so... Yeah, this is going to be interesting. We've not seen a safety car in, I think, Tier 2 for... I might be wrong, but...
for bloody ages.
Yeah, so this is going to... And the thing is, do they pit now? Because those mediums about halfway through the stint.
It's going to say
it's not a clear call. It's not a clear call, I don't think.
Let's see. Well, there'll be split decisions. I think some people will, some people won't. We're just going to see how it pans out.
Goose is in a good position because he's only 2 laps old. So I think with the safety car, he should probably be able to get those till the end. It at least saves Gary a bit, and Squire. It gives him a chance to get back.
Well, he's going to be casting some spells tonight. I think.
Can't getting too wide with Volts down the straight for some peculiar reason.
Oh, and yeah, as we see, we do have a switch or change in strategies here.
We saw McLaren, and Bad Bunny was one of the drivers. We saw the McLarens do this in Belgium, I believe.
Oh.
Bad Bunny was one of the drivers, so they're looking to get the 2 cars out front. Williams, Khan should be okay for 4th. Volt going to stay out for the fresh track. ET's pitted. He might have lost a bit of time because of Khan. Squire serving a penalty, change in wing, as will Gary. Both slow on the pit stops. Jones gang up to P10, a comeback drive for him. And to rub salt in the runes, Gary barely behind Allied Squire. Trouble at Ferrari. Allied Squire isn't on the soft serve, so you should have to pit again.
Oh, God.
No, I think it was just a case of Ferrari weren't happy with Trooper upstage and Mr. Gandalf in terms of the points total.
Robbie?
And then, we all remember, we didn't catch it on commentary, which is a terrible shame, but we can remember when Trooper literally rammed Mr. Gandalf up the arse into the hairpin out of VSC. We've said it many times, the battle in Abu Dhabi as well, trouble at Ferrari, it's all sort of led up to this. And maybe we'll see Trooper next race, maybe we won't. It's hard to see, it depends what cage Mr. Gandalf has imprisoned Trooper in, and with what spells. How strong are those spells? And the Scuderia family and Gandalf the head honcho looking to make changes. Why has he done that?
Yeah.
That's a big mistake, mate. That's a big mistake.
Bloody half.
That doesn't make sense to me, does it?
Does
it to you, Josh?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Has he just reacted because everyone else has pitted behind him?
Yeah, but there's no point, Josh, because as you know, he's now got to overtake about 9 cars to get back into this.
Yeah, he's ruined his race.
I don't know. He should have just stayed out. He would have had, clean air. Khan might have caught him, but he could have gone soft at the end. And I don't know. Maybe we know Volt. He's a great driver. I'm sure he'll fight his way through the field, but he's lost a lot of positions there. I think is what I would say. My perspective.
Clown. But
you said it, not me.
What you on about? I did not say anything.
Mr. Haas, Tier 1 driver.
Antivirus on the hards.
That's going to hurt him, I think, because the hards are about 9/10 slower, and I think the mediums will safely get till the end, to be honest. With the safety car still out. It might come in this lap. We will see. About halfway distance. I mean, Goose needs to hope to get away, and Bunny, for him, he's going to need
Let's go. The safety car lights are off.
Yeah. They'll pull away. Mr. Goose is going to need Bunny to be a bit of a bad bunny behind him, and cause a bit of a train behind for as long as possible.
Wow.
Use all
I'm
visitors
turning up old mediums.
to defend.
Can be difficult.
Yeah. Goose is
Oh,
gone.
they've launched, I think.
I think he surprised them a little bit. Good launch by Goose. Wall of Champions. Across the curb we go. Certainly adds some spice. Yellow flag. Yellow flag. Behind who's this? No, just a yellow flag. I'm not sure why.
Here comes Squire
and Larrikin. He fancies another Ferrari into turn 1. Take this Ferrari.
Clean this
On the
time,
outside we are. Mr. Larry lurking on the inside.
Oh, it's still there. Oh, this can't end well. Oh!
Contact. It's getting wheel banging.
Oh, he's kept ahead.
Bang those
Oh,
wheels.
has he? Oh, God.
C-Dub's past Bunny. They've got past Bunny in front as well.
Oh, yeah. I'm overreacting here, but
Jones
anyway,
gang past Silencer as well. Silencer nearly loses on exit, does well to save it. Khan up to P2. Goose does have a second plus at the moment, but Khan has looked quick throughout today, and maybe he'll get a penalty for the antivirus contact. I don't know. But Goose does also have those time penalties to serve, so Aiden Khan in provisional lead of this Grand Prix. Volt past his teammates. Yeah. I mean, Volt can still get a podium here, definitely, but...
Yeah, it's... as Antivirus moves up into 4th place, Bunny's not going to let it go that easily. Here comes
got to
Merc
watch out
steaming
for
up
Merc.
the inside. Good to be
I think
back
that's
out.
fair enough from Bunny's perspective, because he was fighting Antivirus, and Merc was entitled, and he had the greater grip, greater speed, but Bunny wasn't expecting his car to be there on the inside. And Merc didn't spin, so it was all good from what I saw. C-Dubs though, only 5/10 behind Khan.
Goose doing very well, actually, up front.
Yeah, it's going to close to us.
Driver.
Is it going to close down though to within a second? And it has. And Merc on Bunny, he can send us on the inside if he's aggressive enough. He does not.
He should have the traction here.
Yeah, definitely.
Here he comes. Around. Oh, not quite. Oh, I was about to say around the outside. He's been trapped off, and well, still stuck behind the Williams.
Well. No, I mean, I think Merc's driving well though today. He's driven conservatively. He's not going for things unnecessarily. I mean, Bunny's having a look at Antivirus, who is struggling on the hards actually. That gap, can you see that gap to Dubs? 3 seconds now, so the wrong tyre. AlphaTauri, maybe they're as bad as the Ferrari strategists today, because they're 3 seconds off the Alfa Romeo in front.
But
well, Ferrari
4th and 8th for them.
Well, yeah, 4th and 8th for AlphaTauri. Much better than Ferrari. They're P12 and P13, but have no penalties. And Bunny struggling there. He was on the grass, and Merc taking advantage like a true champion.
Look at ET as well. He's
the extraterrestrial.
Blown out of nowhere.
ET cone. What am I saying? ET phone home. He's P7 at the moment.
Contact!
Oh, contact! And there was a wing flew off. Was it Jones Gang's car?
I think it was Volt.
Was it Volt? You sure?
Well, he was on about he's got the pace. Has he got wing damage? Yes, he has. On that front left end plate, wow.
What, Volt has damage? I can't see it. Or
yeah, Volt pits.
Oh, Volt, yeah. So it's not worked out for Volt. It's a tricky one. I mean, I think he was behind me yesterday, and I was on really old tyres, to be fair. I think he misjudged the braking into one of the corners and did hit the back of me, nudged me slightly, and it did make my car lose traction. But something like that, I imagine's probably happened again. They would have been on older tyres, especially Jones Gang. So Volt's got some work to do. He might be out of the race, but if anyone has to pit again, he might be able to grab some points for Team Haas. We missed it actually, but Goose stayed down to P3. Not sure what happened there, to be honest. Jones Gang, no, it's Antivirus struggling. He was in the. Oh, and he's got massive wing damage. Can you see that, Josh? Look at that.
I think and off the track he goes, straight on, and I don't know what.
That gives a little bit of hope to to vault, actually. Those hard tyres not working out for the 15-year-old, as you like to call him.
That's true. Well, he's 15, so you know.
Maybe he didn't have any mediums left, but I presume he did. Oh, an ET in the Wall of Champions. He was a champion last week. Today,
has he got damage?
He's into the Wall of Champions.
Not. Well, I don't know. We shouldn't be surprised that a 15-year-old has got damage to the car. He shouldn't even be driving.
He's underage.
He's not to change the wing. He's
not.
It's gone horrific. It's gone horrific for him. Oh, what a rookie mistake that is.
Perhaps
no surprise, but
the AlphaTauri strategists worse than the Ferrari strategists. They didn't even realise they had to change that wing.
I'm not being funny, but we do love to see this sort of stuff.
Yeah, it had some comedic effect.
It had to happen to him, so
to the commentary.
He's cut the gas as well. Go on, Volt.
Oh, and
hey.
Silencer slow, and Larrick in charge and pass, and Gary gonna go down the inside. Oh, and he's hit his teammate. The Ferraris have hit each other again.
Oh God, I'm looking in front. ET is under pressure.
I
can't even speak anymore.
Yeah, ET
and
on
here
Bunny.
comes ET on Bunny as well.
And the Squire's going to go for it as well. Bunny on the old tyres. Squire pass and contact.
Oh, cut him the chicane.
He had to do that, I think. He had to bail out. But the Ferraris, the curse of the Ferraris, eternal. They just love to hit each other. They've done it in Abu Dhabi. They've done it in Japan. They've done it who knows elsewhere. The Ferraris just can't stay away from each other. And Larrikin getting past Silencer after contact as well. What is going on with Ferrari today? Trouble at Ferrari. They'll be tired of that.
What?
I think. Sorry.
And antivirus in the mud, as we like to call it.
It was in the pit lane, wasn't it? For a second I thought it was like Wall of Champions, but...
Well.
Squire looking at Bunny.
One AlphaTauri out, one more to go.
Jones Gang's done well, actually, though. He started at the back of the field. He has only 3 seconds of penalties. Both Ferraris, to give them some credit. I'll give them just a little bit of credit, just a little bit. They both have no penalties. So a good day for them in that respect, definitely. And a few of the guys on 3 seconds, as Squire's going to get this done relatively easily. He's got fresh tyres on the bad Bunny. You should, I think, probably pit soon.
Oh, and Goose pits. Well, this is interesting. This does change.
Was he third? He was, wasn't he?
The prospect of
was
the
he
race.
losing time to Merck?
I thought the gap was stable, to be fair. And he's just allowed.
Only he can say what his tyres were like. If they were, if they were bad,
did
then
he get
fair
damaged?
Enough,
I don't think so.
I think he would have been better off staying out. He's in traffic now. He's going to have to overtake about 10 drivers if he gets the podium today.
The cars in front of him are also on soft.
He did have 9 seconds of penalties as well, so that might have entered his mind.
Well. Merck may get the title today. We're not saying anything yet. There's still 10 laps
guess who's behind him? His old friend, Mr. Jones Gang, teammates
and
for a little bit.
He could potentially deny him from winning this.
Yeah.
So
and yellow flags again. It's Coyote and Hal. What's happened here? Can't possibly say. Gary and Bunny. We've seen them fight so many times. Down the inside we go. Gary's going to get certain contact.
Merck pit.
Slight contact. Bunny had to Merck pit. How old was his tyres?
11 laps.
Bit odd, isn't it, today? I don't know. I mean,
is he going to come out in front of Goose? Well, it's going to be close.
I think Goose will have him because Goose will be.
Here we go.
Had the undercut, and they've pitted in front.
How big is the difference? Oh, it's a big difference.
Well, the tyre, I would have thought them. I think you can push the mediums if you have to. They might be a bit dodgy, but I think you can push them to 17 laps, more or less. Contact.
It's even worse.
What's happened?
Merck's just damaged his wing.
Again?
On fresh softs. Wow.
How's he done that, Josh?
It's I forgot what the chicane's called. It's a downhill one, left, right.
Oh yeah. What? And on the wall on the
he smacked the wall there. He's just cut the corner as well, which doesn't help. Well. And plate damage again. You clown.
I'm not sure why he pitted, to be honest, unless the tyres. He was worried about the tyres. Really.
My onboard's glitching now.
And Larrikin past Gary. The Ferrari's fighting again. Are we going to see more contact between the Ferraris? They're keeping it clean for now. They must be. These two Ferrari drivers must be holding their breath.
Here comes Silencer out of nowhere.
Here, and Silencer. The Ferraris have cost themselves.
God.
And the Haas and Ferrari fighting now.
Oh, did he get a switchback? No.
Yeah, their tyres are the same percentage. Silencer with more penalties. Have Ferrari decided, strategy-wise, we're going to let Mr. Larry Larkin go. Gary does see him. He's lost about 8/10 on him now. No wing damage I can see. Ferrari running respectably, though, so far in P5 and 6. They've got ET in front of them with big penalties. And Jones Gang, the top three, all have 3 seconds. So Ferrari might be able to nab a podium despite the troubles of today if they stay on the right side of the law of the stewards. Keep the penalties down. Let's have a look at Merck and see yeah, the end plate damage.
Not good. Not good at all.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on this, Josh? As a fanboy of Merck.
They've been like a up and down, side to side, like a roller coaster.
Yeah, flags. I think that's Wookie. We'll check.
Oh, what a
no, it's not, is it? It's who is it? It's Silencer's the wrong way round. Has he hit a Ferrari? He's in a shit position to turn this around as well.
Yeah,
is all I'm gonna say.
God.
He's more than a 3-point turn. Volt pits.
Careful.
Did Volt get the wrong tyres on? Because it says he's on 15 lap.
He's pit. Wait, what?
It said Volt was on 15 lap old tyres though. Did he put the wrong tyres on?
Oh, it's a disaster at Haas.
I'm sure he
pitted.
Put
an old set of...
Yeah.
What tyres did he start on?
I'm not sure. I think it was softs. We'll check quickly on the pit stops. Yeah, he went on to mediums on lap 21 Volt, so he must have accidentally gone on to one
and all
tyres.
of a sudden, right, Ferrari's 12th and 13th has turned into 5th and 6th.
Yeah, if they can make the tyres last.
What was your phrase that you was annoying them with?
Trouble at Ferrari. Yes.
Well, if they take each other out, then you can say.
C-Dubs has pitted as well. C-Dubs has pitted. Ferrari in a great position now. But are they going to fight again?
Oh.
They know. Well, the thing is, both these drivers, Larrikin and Gary, especially Larrikin, unless I'm wrong, has not had a podium in DTF1 yet, and Gary, you know, we know he's not being impressed at Trooper upstaging him. He's desperate for a podium as well. And are they going to come to blows over that podium? I'd love to be in that team radio right now. And Gary, no! He's nearly lost it. He saves it like a champ, but Goose is going to get him. Was that the commentator's curse again? More trouble at Ferrari. Can Ferrari handle the pressure? And Goose overtaking Gary. Gary into the grass. He might not be too pleased with that, but Goose getting it done. I think, to be honest, they should just not really fight Goose too hard. He's got 9 seconds, and those tyres are worn anyway.
So, yeah,
it's not worth fighting.
Well, he's got big penalties.
Larrikin currently P3, as long as he can hold on to it, the penalties. C-Dubs has pitted. He's P7, but how much can he take back in the laps limited to go? Not many laps. He's got 5 laps to make those tyres count. Jones Gang, I think, fighting with ET as well. Goose on the inside of Larrikin. He's going to get this done. Larrikin's not going to do one of his typical Larrikin lunges. He's going to hold position behind. Yeah, the key for Ferrari now is just hanging on to these tyres. But can they do that? 5 laps to go. It's going to be tricky. They could both be in puncher territory. We could see punches for the Ferrari. And it would be trouble in Ferrari, of course, if that happened. But we're going to see.
God.
Well, I've seen in the
chat...
I'm
not sure how much longer I can take this.
What do you mean?
More trouble at Ferrari.
More trouble at... Well, did Merck pit as well? Because he's P...
Yeah.
So in a day that Merck could have won the championship, he may not even get any points. I think he'll get maybe a point because of Bunny. He's got a lot of penalties as the bad bunny. He's been a very bad bunny today, picking up those penalties. And there's another Haas off. It's silence. A virtual safety car. Will anyone take the gamble? The leaders could. Aiden could, but I don't.
Maybe ET. No.
It's not the right way round. I mean, if Aiden gets there quickly enough, he could probably pit. He's got the gap and go for fastest lap.
See what anyone else does.
The Ferraris, I mean, if they were really concerned about those tyres, they could give up the podium, but this VSC will help them just stick it into Lee in the Ferraris and just save those tyres. But it didn't last for long, did it?
Oh, and Silence was retired.
Was it on track? Or did he bin it?
It was down in the second sector.
Well, Bold in chat saying Merc choking. I hope not. But he does have some work to do. I think that wing damage on the softs. And I think me and Josh were both saying at the time, did he need to pit? Maybe he did, but yeah. I wasn't sure.
Maybe we should introduce you know, so we do the driver of the day. Maybe we should do clown of the day or something like that.
Oh, I don't know. I don't want to get too mean. I'm being mean enough as it is to some of them.
It's our way of repaying Ferrari. But well,
Nicky said Muppet of the day. That's not got a bad ring to it.
Yeah, Muppet of the day.
Allied Squire though, Gary's old friend from earlier today.
I don't know.
Hunting him down as well. C-Dubs isn't too far behind either, so C-Dub's still in with a chance, but he does have 6 seconds of penalties. I just think if Ferrari are gonna, they can't be battering these guys necessarily. C-Dubs does the fastest lap of the race. They don't want to get stuck battling people really. They need to keep their eyes on who's in front and just concede, I think, position if they have to. I mean, some of these penalties may get removed because of various incidents. We don't know. I mean, Antivirus had the contact with the car, but he's retired, so we might not even see that brought to the stewards. We'll see. I'd like to see both perspectives though, for sure, but it might not get reviewed. But it's carry on.
Go on. Oh, I was just about to say, Bold. It said, Clown of the Year Award, Apex Mexico Season 1 Safety Car, which...
Well, who are you going to give it to? You've got 2 drivers, possibly. For that. you and SMG can both have one hand on that.
Oh, God. Well, should we say... we might have to say SMG, because he's just disappeared off the radar straight after.
And they're fighting behind Squire, looking at Dubs has passed. He's right on the back of Gary. But Gary with a 3 second, which is going to hurt Team Ferrari. And Gary's lost a bit of time to Larrikin as well. C-Dubs... Is he going to get past? He does. Ferrari's the last hope for Ferrari.
The leader pit as well.
Could be Larrikin. It could be Larrikin. Where Aiden pitted for fastest lap, he definitely had the gap. And as we said, the pit, but you don't lose that much time in the pit lane here because of how it cuts the track. ET and Jones Gang perhaps also hanging on the tyres. Goose Slayer has made a comeback. He would be, I think, looking at P3. Goose Slayer, and he has a pace advantage on Jones Gang, I think. Jones Gang actually as well. I think Jones Gang, both Jones Gang and ET gaining a lot of places. You'll see on the left side of your screen there. Gary in trouble. Allied Squire getting past him as well. So the Ferrari's going backwards. They are going backwards.
I can't say it.
And Larrikin now struggling. The Ferraris.
Trouble
at Ferrari. Not getting past for now. Goose Slayer past Jones Gang. It's all kicking off in the closing laps. Is Larrikin going to fight it, or is he going to lurk behind?
No. Trouble at Ferrari again.
Possibly. Are those tyres about to pop? Are the dreams of Ferrari about to explode right in their face? I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to see punches. just to save a line.
More trouble at Ferrari.
Yeah. Oh! How on earth did he spin? I don't know how on earth he saved that. And Larrikin was going to have a look. That's probably hurt Larrikin though, because he would have had to back out. Well, C-Dubs looked like... Oh no, Allied Squire off.
Oh, see you later, mate. Is it a puncture? No,
I don't think so. He's on softs. I mean, I don't know whether he had contact with Larrikin, but I don't think so. Oh, and Larrikin there snapping a bit. I punctured here in Tier 1 DTF1 last season.
I remember that.
It's possible.
Yeah.
That was good banter. We all
enjoyed
enjoyed
that. For too long.
That
was the same race that my AI took the control of the one car, but you know.
Oh. Our Codemasters love to do these kind of things. But C-Dubs nearly lost it. I don't know how on earth he saved it, because from the TV cam it looked like he was just going to slam into the wall.
Punctures, come on! Also, Larrikin might not get a podium here. It depends on Goose. Depends on Goose if he can pull out a couple more seconds. It's like only takes for a mistake.
It's going to be close. It is going to be close.
I would like to see a punch.
And the other gap is Larrikin to Jones Gang. It is going to come down to the line, like Lando Norris in Austria last year. I think Hamilton had a penalty. And Bad Bunny disqualified. Is that for cutting too many corners? My oh my, Bad Bunny. You've been a very bad bunny today, and we've got to send you home a lap early.
He's been disqualified. Wow. But yeah. For some reason, that song just popped up for me. But,
Alright, last lap, so Khan will have it covered. Despite a few misgivings, Khan wins by a fairly commanding margin. Stayed calm out front and got the job done. ET with 15 seconds. He won last week. Well, it's McLaren 1-2 on track. He'll be dumped down because of penalties, but another great drive by ET.
Right.
C-Dubs with a penalty. Jones Gang up to P2, C-Dubs P4. Can Larrikin get a podium? Will he be lurking in the podium? P2 for Larrikin! Gary P6.
Oh, look at... Oh, well, Gary's just... Trouble at Ferrari, he didn't get P5.
Yeah, trouble at Ferrari. Gary, he's going to have a decision to make last week. Which Ferrari driver is he going to drop for Singapore? Because Larrikin's got a podium. He's the Tier 3 driver. The team principal has been upstaged in Canada. And Trooper might be back as well. So there's going to be a bit of a diplomacy for Ferrari to handle next week. But a great job from Larrikin. He didn't pick up penalties, and we did say 20-lap old tyres. Same with Jones Gang. Jones Gang 20-lap old mediums.
Oh, yeah.
Tremendous job from those two. Proving the mediums can go the distance. Must have been dicey at the end. But, yeah, we did say early in the coverage, I think penalties would be important. And, you know, they clearly were, because Larrikin avoided the penalties and really did benefit from it to the anger of Ferrari. They, you know... Ferrari known for playing politics, and the number one driver, the team principal, upstaged perhaps again by the reserve, Mr. Larry Lurkin, coming up from Tier 3, putting on a show for us today. Driver of the day, probably. Who are you going to say, Josh? Let us know in the chat.
I think we have to go for James May himself. You know, he gets labelled Captain Slow to get put in P2, so. No.
Well, you can be slow. He might have been a bit slower today.
To be fair, Jones did very well as well. I need to have a look at why ET got 15 seconds worth.
Corner cut.
It was just corner cutting penalties.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably say Larrikin or Jones Gang.
Well, we'll go Larrikin just because it's his first penalty.
Yeah.
Goose, well. Keeping
Goose did well as well, I think.
Being alive, and Merck doesn't get a single point.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
So and the
championship gap.
Guy in 10th, Allied Squire, whose flag I couldn't even recognise. I don't know if that's his first points. I could be wrong.
Quite possibly, yeah. I'm not sure though. Volt. P9 in the end. Fair play to him for keeping on going.
Yeah.
Probably a missed opportunity for him though. I think if he hadn't had to make the extra pit stop, he would have been right there. Because Volt, again, one thing he's really improved on throughout the season is he doesn't really tend to pick up penalties. With Larrikin the only driver not to. So if he hadn't had to pit an extra time, because we believe he pitted onto the one mediums lap 21, I think he would have been right there with Larrikin probably.
Yeah.
There's a good race there, actually. I think we saw quite a few.
Right.
I think a lot of them made mistakes, really.
But we'll round off, I think, with
absolutely
trouble at Ferrari becoming a success. So,
yeah, has the storm passed? We'll have to see. We've got Singapore next week, and we'll have to make some choices in terms of whether to reinstate Trooper or. You know, Larry Lurkin, Helped me commentate in the background. I think at Monaco, maybe he learned a thing or two from me. And
Clown
that's
of
helped
the day.
him today.
Clown of the day.
No penalties.
Merc, probably.
You said it, not
Merc or
me.
Vol, one of them. I can't decide. They both were idiots. One that smashed their wing after coming out of the pits, and the other went on the same tyres. 15 laps old. So
I think my hardline encouragement of Ferrari with expecting them to do better with the trouble at Ferrari has definitely worked. And Larrick in P2 because of that today. And I'm sure we'll be in many more races to come. And as always, thank you all for watching. Take care, and we will certainly be back next week. Hopefully Singapore's just like this. Bye for now.